Friends and family are going to be your biggest critics. Now, this is something that was really hard for me to, I guess, like wrap my head around, because whenever I first started my online opportunity, I was so freaking excited. I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna quit my job, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna make so much money, and I was so excited. And I think the first person I called was my mom. And I feel like that's what a lot of us do. You know, you're so excited, you just, started your own business, or you just found some opportunity online, or you just found some, just business opportunity, a way to do something for yourself and, make an income outside of the norm, even a way to, just pursue goals. Maybe you have something going on that's just outside of the norm and you're so excited. And the first person that you share that excitement with is friends, family, significant others. I mean, like, it's just people the closest to you, because you're excited, so like, why wouldn't they be excited? And you go and you tell them, or you call them, or you meet them up, and you're like, hey, like, guess what I just started? And the first thing they say is like, what are you doing? Like, what? No, like, at least for me, like, my brother was just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, pyramid scheme? Like, what the fuck are you doing online? Like, that's so stupid. Go back to college, get a job, stay at your job. You're not quitting your job, blah, 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 blah. This is a scam. Like, it is just like, all of a sudden people just jump to like this complete opposite, like devil's advocate, to protect you or save you, or, just be supportive, they think, at least, and it really ends up just draining the life out of you. All of a sudden, all that excitement, you end up like laying in bed for 3 hours that night, like, am I being stupid? Like, is this a stupid idea? Is this dumb? Like, what am I doing? This person, didn't really react the way that I thought they were going to, and now, like, I don't know, like, do I want to do this anymore? And you can't, like, you literally can't, because they haven't had the emotional connection onto whatever it is that you're pursuing. Okay, that's the one thing I've learned about working online, is that nobody will understand your passion. Nobody will understand your excitement and, your energy about whatever it is that you're pursuing, whether it's an online opportunity like me, or starting your own business, or, just pursuing a passion that might be different than what you're used to. They won't understand where you're coming from, because they haven't had that emotional connection yet. For me, when I first started this business, I had watched a webinar, and I had heard a girl named Taylor Knowlton just, talk about her experience with it and how emotional she was. And I, like, have never connected with somebody so much. I think I cried, like, listening to the way that she was explaining it. But nobody else I told watched that. Nobody else I told, heard her story or cried about it or had an emotional connection to it. So of course they thought, like, maybe it's a scam, or like, you're screwing yourself over, this is a stupid idea, or blah, 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 blah. All the negative things that I got from it, because they didn't have that emotional connection, and I did. And if you're in a situation where you had an emotional connection to something and you are not getting the response that you would expect from, just family, friends, coworkers, anything like that, it's because they're just hearing the facts from you. Like, they're just hearing it from you. They have no idea what you're talking about. They have not had the emotional connection yet, and you can't let that deter you. You can't let that, bring you down or bum you out, or, change your mind, because they're just trying to protect you. They're just trying to, give you some insight, give you the other side of just the situation, give you a different perspective. And at least for me, I use that as like fuel and fire. Like, every single person that was like, Erin, that's stupid. Erin, like, what are you doing? I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna like remember this. I'm gonna make bets with people. I made bets with people. Like, if I make this much money, like, you have to do this, and I have to do this, and blah, 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 blah. And I've won all of the bets. Like, all of the bets that I set, I won. So if you need a way to kind of deter that negative energy, do something fun with it, Like, for me, my ex-boyfriend at the time, he was like, like, this is stupid. He didn't talk to me for 3 days whenever I invested in my business initially. And he was so mad. I was like, you know what? Like, I know you want to go to Africa. So if I make $20,000 by the end of this year with this business, I'll fly out to Africa. You have to run across the safari naked if I make $20,000 before the end of this year. And I won the bet. And he's so excited to run across the streets, not the streets, the safari of Africa naked, because I turned it around, just make it fun, lighten up the mood a little bit. Don't let it bring you down. Like, don't let it change your mind, because they have not experienced the same emotional connection as you. They might not have the same goals as you. They might not have the same drive as you. You make the decision for yourself, and take everybody else's comments, concerns with a grain of salt, because they don't know. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, bad about that. You just have to remember that and keep that in the back of your head and not let it change your mind. So hopefully that helped anybody who might be in that situation, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye!